Newborn. Quantum Mechanic. By Jade Nuss. Descartes. I was born again through meditation. Religion from another nation. A chance to chant away the shock. The Manhattan Project Peace Talk. Kent State Change Weight. Brand new clean slate. Tabula rasa impressing lock. The philosophers walk the walk. There is a God. That God is me. It's reason like a fractal tree. Calculate the calculus. First name Jade. Last name Nuss. Revolve the arc around the axis. Coordination with some practice. Sum the square of the sides. From life and death you cannot hide. Presently the past is gone. The future is a Catholic song. Thy kingdom come before I wake. 'Twas Christmas and the earth did shake. My body is the bread we bake. My secret projects in my mind. The east and west I was to bind. I thought that they could read my mind. I'll tame the beast and make her kind. The clock goes back. How much time? I'll show you it's a nursery rhyme. Mary had a little lamb. Slowly electrocute son of Sam. As 2 dimensions turn to 3. I make-believe Trinity. I'll be Jesus. Simon says. You be Satan. That is death. This is life. Do a job and get a wife. Cut the globe up. With a knife. This is great. Alexander. The oracles state. Conquer land or. The King of Kings. Armed with pings. The Air Force Falcons. Stole my wings. If I wake before I die. I'll hush the voices. While they cry. We'll see if there are 7 seas. I'll show you what the world will be. Creation nation. Start again. Paranoid of aliens. Interpret dream young again. Made the form mud. The image fades. Start from scratch. Every day is a little different. Forces may collide like particles in ghost field chambers. So with a hole in my heart and holes in my hand, I count the years like grains of sand. Animals in quantum leaps. The fantasy land evolves and creeps. Reality is certainty. Certainly they can see me. Revelation Day Part 3. This is heaven and this is hell. Story by stories that I tell. Codex. Logic X equals Y. What happens to you when you die? If you calculate the slope. Going up? Say nope. Going down. Underwater. Feeling like you drown. Talk to an image. Thorns on your crown. Connect the members. Will you remember? Was your birthday in December? Were you a clown? An April fool? Doggy paddle? In a swimming pool? Did you go to an Ivy League school? The 10th commandment. You broke the rules. Rule out the ruler. The meters and yards. Those apparitions are about how far? Went around the sun. How many times? Spend how much money? To try to feel fine. You and your family were wined and dined. But the bread didn't last an infinite time. You confessed the drink was white as a ghost. No one listens to you when you boast. A toast to a life as husband or a wife. You felt like a slave till you made it to your grave. A portrait of your family. Try to pass it on. But the tree was forgotten. The work was rotten. You were sold and bought. Society got restructured. It was the resurrection. You forgot the equation. The variable was changing. The mass of your life gets cut like a knife. The animal inside you needed food to try to hide you. Like gravity bound. In the fire you are found. Or to heaven. In the sky. The consciousness divine. The sign of the times. Population in decline. Ethically and technically. Your friends get behind. In the end. It will look like people were made. Like a bell curve population. To see if what you said, or what you did, was important. Or were you obsolete? Like a savage for attention. For which you can't compete. Everyone was hoping. New behavior. Or coping. There was no food in space. Can't breed the human race. Bellerophon. Ring a Bellerophon bell. Hannibal to push the emperor off the plank of the ship. Out of his mind. Slewing monsters. The general was specific. Right on Corsica. The Cygnus firewall. Happy birthday to me. You live to see Josephine. The apparition not machine. Forever definitely. There is life in space. It slows down your pace. There isn't enough time. Thy kingdom come. It will be done. 1 mile away. 5 miles away. 10 miles away. The voices stop. Atari vision works again. Savages in rotten box. Don't understand. Why there is more animals than people in the Americas and the British Isles. The Industrial Revolution became the Second World. The Third World said they killed the whales. And the 10th World cost 1 million ivory tusks. Better settle for the 9th. There's more than one world. Settle down, Scorpio. If you conquered the universe, consciousness begins to rust. Heaven is speaking and has found you have broken one of the 10 commandments. Mother Gee's body was a temple. What did you do to yours? You bred and fed till she bit you back in the form of the monster you intended to slay. But the monster was you, and you were learning to fly, copying the birds' songs, drone planes and moans. Both temples begin to bleed, like the hands of Christ. And the echoes say you have 9 temples. But you are not a feline. And you have ruined yours. You're so judgmental about the judgment. The confessions just come pouring out, like the subconscious. It was your mother and father who were exposed to the elements. Nature was the easiest to blame. It wasn't the Pharaoh. You were free from bondage. But the trip is how the commandments began to burn. The eternal memory of the boundary. To stop showing Jade what you were doing, which was reading his work, of which you promised to finish, and started on your journey, which starts with the first step toward the light. The mass and time. Decimals rhyme. Half on earth and half in heaven. Days of the week. Count to 7. 24 hours in a day. Dream tonight what I say. The dark side of the planet. Midnight star. In 1 year is half as far. In half a year is between the sun. Makes the photon program run. The energy stored at 12 p.m. is directly overhead again. But the sky is blue. And everything true terrestrially bounces back at you. A red sunset. Then black again. Starlight has a track again. A light year's day. I hear her say, I'll call you back. The month of May. I feel the weight change the state to liquid and evaporate. The field escapes. Gravity stakes. Molding metal. Like flower petals. She loves me not. The load's too hot. I then reply. Don't say goodbye. Verify the range. From low to high. I'm just a speck from this spectrum. But my ear do ring. And hear the birds of heaven sing. My magnets attract your space-time facts in electric packets. Please send back if I'm alone and you're at home. My soul should roam right to you when the two-way journey's through. And if there's a direct path, meet me where the point is half. That will be our big event. With all the mental energy spent. 2 halves and to hold. That ever can bind. Forever the concept in our mind. And everything that's ever been said was for both of us. To travel from blue to red. The current between 2 points. Our mechanical joints. Until we part with death. And rotate alive. On our honeymoon with your moon. As full in the night. The round of your sphere. Seem like it's right here. But far and away. Is relatively near. So until that time. Which can't be the same. Will you be sure to call out my name?